The Eurasian lynx is a ghost, a whisper in the ancient forests of Europe and Asia. Elusive and rarely seen, it glides through the shadows, leaving only the faintest trace of its presence. For centuries, this magnificent cat has inspired legends and stories among those who share its wild home. Imagine a wild cat, larger and more mysterious than any house cat, with a thick, spotted coat that blends perfectly with the forest shadows. Its fur is not just beautiful, it's a masterwork of camouflage, allowing the lynx to vanish into the undergrowth, invisible to both prey and predator. Its enormous, snowshoe-like paws let it move silently atop deep snow, built for stealth and surprise. These paws spread its weight, so it barely leaves a mark, gliding over the winter landscape where others would sink or stumble. This cat lives alone, patrolling a vast woodland kingdom, marking its boundaries with scent. Its territory can stretch for hundreds of square kilometers, a realm it knows intimately, every tree and trail mapped in its mind. The lynx is a patient hunter, relying on ambush rather than the chase. It uses the landscape to its advantage, crouching low and waiting for the perfect moment to strike. It waits motionless for hours, ears twitching, eyes scanning for the slightest movement. Every sense is sharpened, tuned to the faintest rustle or snap of a twig. When prey wanders close, the lynx explodes into action, a blur of fur and claws, ending the hunt in seconds. Its speed and precision are unmatched, making it one of the forest's most formidable predators. Life is a constant test of strength and cunning. The lynx must rely entirely on its own skills. Every day brings new challenges: harsh weather, scarce food, and the ever-present need to remain hidden. There is no pack, no backup, only the lynx and the wilderness. Solitude is its companion, and survival depends on its ability to adapt and endure. Every day it must remain unseen, alert to both prey and rivals. Danger can come from any direction, and the lynx's keen senses are its first line of defense. The forest provides, but it also challenges. Fallen trees, deep snow, and shifting seasons test the lynx's resilience at every turn. The lynx is a master of survival, perfectly adapted to the cold and quiet. Its thick fur shields it from the biting wind, and its instincts guide it through the harshest winters. Its solitary reign is both its strength and its greatest risk. Alone, it faces every threat without help, but this independence is what makes the lynx so remarkable. In this world, the silent hunter must always be ready. Every moment is a test of awareness, and hesitation can mean the difference between life and death. It is alone, but never unprepared. Even in rest, the lynx remains vigilant, always listening, always watching. The lynx's life is a delicate balance. One misstep, and the forest's silence could become its undoing. Every step is measured, every decision crucial to its survival. In the deep woods, the ghostly lynx rules, unseen but ever present. It is the silent hunter of the north, a living legend, perfectly at home in the wild heart of the forest. In the same forest, another power thrives, the WolfPack. Wolves are social, bound by loyalty and a strict hierarchy led by an alpha pair. Their coats blend with the woods, moving as a single, flowing unit. The pack is everything: a family, a team of hunters, a source of strength. Unlike the lynx, wolves are rarely alone. They live, hunt, and raise pups together. Their iconic howl echoes for miles, a declaration of unity and territory. Wolves are endurance hunters, using teamwork and stamina to single out the weak from a herd. They communicate silently, flanking prey and cutting off escape routes. Life is hard. Scarcity, harsh weather, and injury threaten the pack. But their strength is in their numbers and bonds. Together they survive what no lone animal could. This brotherhood of the howl has ruled these forests for generations. The lynx's greatest weapon is stealth. Its padded paws muffle every step, letting it move like a shadow. It doesn't chase, it gets close, unseen, for a single lethal strike. The lynx is agile and powerful, able to climb trees and leap great distances. Its senses are razor-sharp, legendary eyesight and ears that catch the faintest sound. It knows every inch of its territory, always alert to danger and opportunity. But solitude is its weakness. No pack to help in a fight or share the hunt. If its ambush fails, the lynx lacks the stamina for a long chase. In open terrain, its stealth is less effective. The lynx is a specialist, thriving in the shadows but vulnerable if forced into the open. Its survival depends on remaining unseen and striking with precision. The WolfPack's strength is unity. Together, they can surround and overwhelm any opponent. Their teamwork extends to hunting and defending territory, even against rivals like bears or lynx. Wolves are endurance hunters, able to pursue large prey for miles. The pack's social structure is a safety net. Injured wolves are cared for, and wisdom is passed down. But they need vast territory and abundant prey. Scarcity threatens them all. Internal conflicts can fracture the group, and their presence is hard to hide. The pack is powerful, but its survival depends on cooperation and the health of the land. In the forest, their unity is both their greatest strength and potential weakness. The ancient forest was divided, south for Kyle, the lynx, north for Boren's WolfPack. The river marked the border, respected by both sides. Kyle ruled the dense southern woods, a solitary king. Boren's pack roamed the open north, their howls defining their territory. But this year, winter was brutal. Prey was scarce. Hunger gnawed at both predators. Kale's hunting grounds grew quiet. Rabbits and deer vanished. Boren's pack, with 7 mouths to feed, grew restless and thin. The old boundaries now felt like a cage. Boren eyed the southern woods, desperate for food. The unspoken truce was about to be tested by survival. The forest braced for change. Driven by hunger and the fading light, Kale the lynx crept silently toward the river's edge, his paws barely making a sound on the damp earth. The forest was alive with the scent of moss and water, but Kale's senses were tuned for something more. There, on a faint breeze, he caught the unmistakable scent of wolf, sharp, musky, and fresh, lingering on his side of the border. It was a warning and a challenge. A low growl rumbled deep in his chest. This was a violation of the unspoken truce that had kept the peace for seasons. He followed the trail with practiced caution, finding fresh tracks pressed into the mud. A wolf scout had passed through, bold and unafraid. Kale refreshed his scent markings, clawing and rubbing against the trees, leaving a clear warning for any intruder. This land is mine, and I am watching. Miles away, the wolf scout slipped through the undergrowth, returning to Boren, the pack's leader, to report what he had found. The rich woods, the promise of prey, and the lynx's unmistakable presence. Boren listened, weighing the risk of trespass against the hunger gnawing at his pack. The forest was full of danger, but hunger outweighed caution tonight. At dawn, the pack would cross the river, their eyes set on new territory, not seeking a fight, but prepared for one if it came. The river would no longer be a boundary. As night fell, a heavy tension gripped the forest. Every creature sensed the shift, the anticipation of conflict hanging in the misty air. Kyle watched from a high perch, his eyes scanning the darkness below, every muscle taut, sensing the coming storm that would break with the morning light. Across the water, the wolves gathered in the shadows, Boren's howl echoing through the trees, a somber announcement to all who listened. The old order was about to change. The forest held its breath, every leaf and branch waiting, as if nature itself anticipated the coming confrontation. The old peace was broken, and the creatures of the woods scattered, sensing the danger that now lurked in the shadows. Both sides prepared in silence, sharpening claws and teeth, readying for whatever dawn would bring. The silent hunter and the Brotherhood of the Howl were now on a collision course, their destinies entwined by hunger, pride, and the wild laws of the forest. At dawn, the wolfpack crossed the river, their paws sending ripples across the glassy surface. The air was cold and heavy with mist, muffling their movements as they slipped quietly into the forest beyond. They were entering lynx territory. The scent of the elusive cat was strong, clinging to the undergrowth and tree trunks. The pack moved as one, tense and alert, every sense sharpened by the knowledge that they were trespassers in a dangerous land. High above, Kale the lynx watched from his vantage point, his golden eyes tracking the intruders. He counted 7 wolves, too many for a direct fight, even for a skilled hunter like himself. Retreat was tempting, a safer option. But this was his home, the land he had fought to claim. He would not abandon it so easily. Instead, Kale slipped through the shadows, determined to use the terrain to his advantage. He knew every rock, every fallen log, every hidden path. Brute force would not win this battle, but cunning might. Boren, the lead wolf, halted the pack. He raised his tail in a signal of peace. They wanted food, not war. The wolves waited, muscles coiled, watching for any sign of aggression. But Kale's message was unmistakable. Intruders were not welcome here. He bared his teeth, his body language fierce and unyielding. The wolves spread out, fanning among the trees, testing the edges of the woods for weakness or opportunity. Each step was measured, cautious, as they probed the boundaries of Kyle's domain. Kyle vanished into the forest, becoming a ghost among the trees. His coat blended perfectly with the dappled light, making him nearly invisible. He would harass and unnerve them, striking from the shadows, reminding the wolves with every silent movement whose land this truly was. The psychological battle began. Kale's home, his rules. Every rustle, every snap of a twig, kept the wolves on edge. The wolves felt the pressure of an unseen enemy, their nerves fraying as the forest seemed to close in around them. The standoff was set, each side waiting for the other to make a move. Tension hung in the air, thick as the twilight mist. In the dense woods, the true fight was for control of the shadows, a silent contest of patience, will, and survival. The day became a silent war of nerves. The wolves, out of their element, jumped at every sound. Kyle appeared and vanished, his shriek echoing through the trees, unsettling the pack. Boren tried to keep order, but the lynx's tactics worked. The wolves were agitated and scattered. One young wolf, frustrated, charged after Kale's scent. Kale struck from above, claws and teeth delivering a painful warning, not a kill, but a message. The pack rushed in, but Kale was gone, leaving only blood and fear. Boren found his young wolf wounded, respect for the lynx growing. Kale had proven his mastery of the terrain and restraint. He could have killed, but chose not to. The message was clear. This was his domain. The wolves regrouped, wary and shaken. The lynx's point was made. The attack changed everything. Boren gathered his pack, understanding the lynx's warning. The risk of pressing on was too great. Hunger was now second to survival. Kyle watched, heart pounding, knowing he'd gambled and won. He'd defended his home with strategy, not brute force. Boren let out a low howl, signaling retreat. The wolves crossed the river, leaving the lynx's woods behind. They'd learned respect for the silent hunter. The old boundaries were restored, now enforced by hard-won lessons. Kale had shown that even the solitary can stand against the many. The pack learned that strength is more than numbers. The river became a border of respect, not just habit. The forest returned to uneasy peace, divided but balanced.